Hey everyone, today's video is titled When Life Hurts, Hold On to God. I chose today's topic because I am currently studying the book of Job, and I feel as if this study could be an important topic for just about anyone. We live in a world where pain and loss often come without warning. One phone call, one diagnosis, or even a tragedy, and suddenly life looks completely different. In moments like these, we ask the same question Job did: why? The book of Job doesn't just give us an answer, it gives us a person, God Himself. And through Job's story, we learn how to hold on to God when life doesn't make sense. Job begins as a man who has everything: family, wealth, reputation, and faith. But in what seems to be the blink of an eye, he loses it all. His flocks are stolen, his servants are killed, and all of his children die. Yet his response is amazing. He falls to the ground worshiping and saying, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." He doesn't pretend he isn't hurting. He grieves deeply, but he still trusts God. That is true faith. Not the kind that depends on good circumstances, but the kind that holds on to God even when everything is falling apart. Our lives can change in a moment too. A sudden loss, a broken relationship, or a medical report, and we are left with more questions than answers. But like Job, we can choose to worship even in pain. Faith doesn't always fix the situation, but it keeps our hearts fixed on God. Much of the book of Job is filled with questions. His friends try to explain his suffering, but they only make things worse. When God finally speaks in chapter 38, he doesn't tell Job why he suffered. He shows Job who he truly is. "Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth?" God asks. God is reminding Job that he is bigger than the pain, wiser than the plan, and still in control. Sometimes in our pain, we don't get explanations. We get revelation. God shows us His presence, His power, and His faithfulness. The same God who created the stars is the same God who holds you. When life doesn't make sense, hold on to what you do know. That God is good, He is faithful, and He is near to the brokenhearted. At the end of the book, Job says in chapter 42, verse 5, "I heard of you by the hearing of the ear, but now my eye sees you." Through his suffering, he came to know God personally, not just hear about Him. Pain has a way of stripping away everything we thought we needed until all that is left is God, and that's when we discover He is enough. Sometimes the very thing that breaks you is what brings you closest to Him. God restored Job's life, his health, his family, and his future. But even before that, he had already found something far more valuable: a deeper relationship with God. We may not always see restoration the way Job did, but God promises that every loss, every tear, every heartache will one day be redeemed. Our hope isn't in life returning to normal, it's in the God who makes all things new. So what do we learn from Job? That faith can exist alongside pain, that God's silence is not His absence, and that even when life takes everything away, God Himself is enough. So if you're in the Job season right now, hurting, questioning, or wondering where God is, remember this: the Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. When life hurts, hold on to God, because when the answer isn't clear, the answer is still God. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Pretty short. Hopefully you find some peace in that and understanding really what I was trying to put out there. And just a reminder that tomorrow is Baptism Sunday, so I would love to see you there. Love to see somebody give their life to Christ, and if you want to, heck, get baptized on the same day. I mean, that's what we're here for tomorrow. Yeah, so I hope to see you tomorrow, and hopefully I'm back on here again soon. Thank you.